Mount Rushmore of life's little embarrassing moments. I'll just go with the old faithful, introducing yourself to someone who you know, who you've met before, who you work with, and just being like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Dan," and then like, "Yeah, we've met."
Yep.
That is horrible.
I did that like a year ago. I was like, "Hey, what's up? I'm PFT," and they're like, "Yeah, I know. We work together."
Oh.
That person had been working here for like 2 weeks. Hadn't met him yet. They're on the 3rd floor.
But it's bad.
That was tough. That's why I always go with the tried and true. Good to see you.
Yeah. Hey, Chief. Hey, pal.
There you go.
Or you just introduce
Hey,
someone
bud.
right next to you.
Yeah, that's a great one too.
Yeah, or do the old, how do you spell your name again? And then they're like, it's Joe. Like, fuck. Okay, Hank.
The subway, if you're in like a line and your subway card's not working and you're just standing there and it's scanning and like there's someone behind you and you're just like, I don't know why it's not scanning, but I have money on it. Similar, I mean, card chip reader is the same thing. It's like, for whatever reason, you're at the store and the card chip reader is just not reading.
Dude, I did yesterday or 2 days ago when we were back in here. I parked my car in the lot and I went to pay, put the chip in, and it said "Do not remove chip." And for some reason, my brain just stopped and I just pulled it out.
Yeah, I do that all the
I
time.
was like, "Sorry, dude." You had to start the whole process.
You know
again.
why? Because it says remove chip on there.
Right.
And so sometimes you skip it. Also, I don't like being told what to do by a fucking machine.
So, but then it's a whole process. Okay, PFT year 2.
All right, my first two, just a classic: tripping on the sidewalk in front of a bunch of strangers,
Breaking your foot.
If you trip on the, well, I didn't really trip when that happened. I kept walking.
Tripping is bad.
But tripping in front of strangers is just, it's tough to come back
Slipping
from.
on ice, really bad.
My second is going to be messing up a parallel park when there are people around. And you just know that everybody that's watching you is really fucking good at parallel parking.
Yep.
And you're going back for like your second or third shot. That's tough.
Yep. Where would you rank our friend Brandon Walker when he came to my neighborhood 2 weeks ago? Couldn't parallel park his car, so I had to do it for him.
That's a cucking.
Yeah.
That's a parallel
And
cuck.
I got it on the first try.
God damn,
Brutal.
Brandon.
Okay, Hank.
I think you own his car.
I do too.
Yeah, you own his car
I do
now.
too.
Oh, it is me. Having like your boss or someone that's like a superior to you or like a girl just be like, you have something on your face.
Yep.
You got something right there, Hank.
Something right there.
Oh, it's your beard. It's your big cat beard. Presented by Barstool Big Cat.
Yes, love it. Okay, that's a good one. I will go with the accidental reply all in email or replying to someone you didn't mean to reply to. Cousins of the screenshot text and send to someone.
You send the
That's
screenshot
brutal.
text to the person.
That's
who the
way
screenshot
worse than the
text is
reply
of.
all.
Well,
That
so
is
it's
way.
it's just,
That's a major embarrassment. That's not life's small embarrassment. That's a life's major.
It's like
embarrassment.
technological screw ups where you just send something to someone you're not supposed to send it to. So it's like, that is a major screw up.
I think Steve Jobs should actually get on that, and there should be some sort of AI program where they can prevent that. You know how when you send an email
Tell
out,
Ellen and she can call him.
yeah, when you send an email out and it says like you mentioned the word attachment in this email, but there's no attachment. There should be something on an iPhone that recognizes when you're sending a screenshot of that conversation to that conversation.
Yes. All right, my next one is taking a huge shit in a public bathroom and then having someone walk in right after, or standing like right outside of the bathroom, and you're like, okay. Like the unisex bathroom at a restaurant, and then there's like a hot woman standing there waiting, and you're like,
Well, I mean, what restaurant of any class is a unisex?
A lot of them.
a
Hank.
lot of them,
like
dude.
the vast majority.
They're like, I don't think you've been in a nice restaurant before.
No, yeah.
What?
Like a small, nice restaurant will just have 2 bathrooms.
Oh, yeah, I guess I knew, yeah.
Yeah, they'll have singles. I'm not talking about stalls. I'm talking about when you go into a single, you could be at work, it could be, at a restaurant, and you just drop heat, and then the minute you walk out, there's someone just standing there, and you have that, like, moment where they know and you know, and you're just like, okay, shit.
I'm such an asshole, though, that like that doesn't embarrass me because I don't know the person.
Oh, it embarrasses me so bad.
I also like the thought that Hank has just assumed that he's been nailing it going into the boys' bathroom every single time, not realizing that it was for anybody.
It has to be like very close quarters, and they can sense the heat coming from the bathroom before you even like pass them. That's when it's the worst.
Pulling a push door, easy, simple.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
Yep. Yep.
It is tough. And there's a push door here that I pull every single time. We've been in this office for over a year. I don't think I've gotten it right once.
And I get embarrassed every time. Like, I have to turn around and make a joke at Ebony and be like, haha, yeah, classic, huh?
For my third one, I'm going to go with telling a TSA agent, you too, when they tell you to have a nice flight.
Yep. Well, not TSA. The TSA people don't fucking say that. They're too mean.
Or
the woman who checks your bag, or the man who checks your bag,
or like the cab driver that drops you off at the airport. Yeah, that's what
when you check your bags. You're like, have a great flight.
Saying you too to somebody that tells you to have a great flight. That's not having a flight.
Or when you go to a movie and they take your stub and they're like, enjoy the show, and you're like, you too.
You too. Boom.
Actually, you'll just be standing right here.
It's one of those things you take 2 steps and your body just feels hot.
Shit.
And you're like, God damn, I screwed that up again. My last one. I'm gonna go with not being able to finish a meal. In company.
Wouldn't know.
Yeah,
that one I would never
know
about.
If I got embarrassed by that, I would live my life in a constant state of embarrassment.
If I ever in my entire life didn't finish my full meal, then I would maybe feel embarrassed.
You've
never happened.
Absolutely at least one time not finished a meal when your eyes were bigger than your stomach.
No, yes, you have, Big Guy. You're a serial over-orderer and then not a meal finisher.
Wait, no. But over-ordering and not finishing are not the same thing.
Yes.
No, they're not.
No.
No.
It is different. I'm talking about you get an entree and you don't finish your entree.
When I over-order, I am saying to the world, yo, we're having one of everything. I don't plan on finishing all. That's a totally different, separate category. Where PFT's talking about, and I agree, when you have like one dinner, it's you have a piece of steak and a potato. Mm-hmm. Always finish.
What I'm referring to specifically is when the server comes over to clean your plate and takes it and says, did you not like it? Or your eyes were bigger than your stomach?
Do you want a bag?
Yeah,
Do you want a bag?
Story of my life. So
being a grown man getting asked if I need a bag to walk out of a restaurant so I can carry my food that my body wasn't able to process, that is as embarrassing as it gets for me.
Hank, do you not like my over-ordering?
No, I do. I was just thinking, like, it's never happened to me that I haven't finished a meal, and I've thought back to many times where we leave a table where there's a lot of food left.
Right. Totally different. But I think being an over-orderer.
I love your over-ordering because I'm a snacker. I'm not someone that gives a shit. Like, I don't get embarrassed about leaving food on the table.
I'd say
so when you over-order, I'm like, yes, because now I'm not going to get, like, shamed for being the only person leaving food.
I'd say
I enjoy your over-ordering. But
yeah, it's like a top 4 asset that I have as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
That if we go out to dinner, I have no problem with being like, yo, let's get all the appetizers.
And even though I am a big time, my eyes are bigger than my stomach, but I like to snack on different apps.
Correct.
But I know that if I was by myself, I couldn't order all the things because I can't even finish my entree. But in theory, you want all the apps.
Sometimes I'll order 2 entrees.
So when I'm with you, it's nice because I'm like, I didn't have to say anything. Like,
sometimes I'll order 2 entrees. That's king shit.
My last one, I will go when you're parachuting and you pull the parachute too early and you fall to your death.
Classic.
That's a little
classic embarrassment.
Call of Duty.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get that at first.
Also, real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really embarrassing in Call of Duty.
Especially when people are watching you and you just know, like, there's you usually just blame the servers.
Throwing interceptions.
Yeah, I just blame the servers.
These are all real life moments when F should be going in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
This last one I have might be I might be telling on myself. I don't know. I think a lot of guys have this happen. Just a little tiny dribble on your pants. That sucks.
Yeah.
Just a little dribble.
And then people start doing the math.
That's
where his penis ends.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Noted.
What, you can't control your penis and your pee? Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, actually, I cannot.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Sometimes you put it back in and it needs to breathe a little bit.
Yeah. I'm that one sucks. And you have to like do the thing where you kind of like shield yourself. Old school one, obviously, calling your teacher mom.
Yeah.
Or just saying I love you to someone by accident that you shouldn't say that to.
Yeah.
Like PFT every day for the AWLs.
No, I say that with a great amount of intent. When you can't pee at the urinal is one that I think a lot of people experience. I don't have a problem with stage fright at a urinal. In fact, I take great pride in being able to walk into the center urinal when I'm flanked by bogeys on either side and just letting the stream go. But a lot of people have problems with that. That's got to be very embarrassing.
Reading words phonetically.
Yep.
And then getting called out on them.
But you nailed phonetically.
Yeah, you did.
I'm so used to being like
idiot savant.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's a compliment. So was Einstein.
Yeah, that's a compliment. Playing pickup basketball when you get a perfect pass and you miss the layup. That's brutal. And you're just like, okay, now everyone's looking at me. I'm the asshole.
Getting caught in a lie, just in general.
Yeah. Like a white lie too. Is
Yeah,
the way it works.
that's what. Yeah, obviously,
right.
like a big lie
Yeah.
wouldn't be embarrassing.
Right.
But if you're like, no, I already ate. If somebody's serving you something you don't like, and it's like, no, you didn't.
Yes. This is a small embarrassment I get all the time because I just don't know New York City enough. Like I just haven't. I'm tunnel vision. Like go to my house, go to work. When someone asks for directions in my neighborhood, and I've been living there for 3 years, and I can't give them to them.
Yeah,
That's brutal.
But in New York, it's not rude to just do the walk by and not even acknowledge the question.
It's like when I'm walking Stella, so they're like, "Oh, this person lives here," and they're like, "What street is this?" And it's one street over. I'm like, "I don't know."
The thing is, Stella probably knows the answer. Like if they're asking, like, "Hey, where's the coffee shop that I'm looking for?" Stella's like, "We've walked past this a million times. It's the one that smells like treats."
Yes.
What about accidentally tweeting the same thing twice because you thought that it saved to drafts, and it's still loaded in your phone, so it's not like you're retyping it, but you send it twice, and then you have to delete one of them, and then everyone's like, boom, you got caught.
Yes. Or missing like a major plot line in a movie or like show or something because you weren't really paying attention and then tweeting about it, and everyone's like, "You're a fucking idiot." That sucks. Any other life small embarrassments?
Getting swept in ping pong.
Yep, that's a really big one. That's a really big one. If you just fart and like thinking no one's gonna come over to your area, and someone does.
Yeah,
that sucks. When you're like, I'm in the clear. If you're like in your cube and you're like, I'm good for
that. Can be a
minutes.
rush though. Like there's a rush and like trying to put off a fart on someone. Oh, what is like really trying to throw people off the stench. But sometimes you know that they know that you're just doing that. But sometimes when you earnestly get away with it and you're like, oh, what is that? And someone's like, oh, it was definitely that guy. And you're like, yep, that fucking asshole.
Sneaky one is eating smelly food in front of other people. Like if you eat tuna fish, which is delicious, but you're like ashamed of it. I hate that. I'll just stuff it in my mouth in the kitchen just so that people can't look at me all weird.
Yeah, it's definitely a bad one.
Yeah.